Hi, I'm going to tell you more about the postgraduate Masters in War Studies at the University of Glasgow. I'm Dr. Tim Peacock, a Senior Lecturer in History and War Studies and Director of the university's Games and Gaming Lab. And I teach on the core course for the program, as well as offering a couple of the optional modules. The program itself has three components: the core course in the autumn on battles, conflicts, and their legacies, in which each week you'll be looking at both the strategy and military history of a particular battle, and then the ways in which it has been memorialized and the cultural impacts of it. This includes everything from medieval battles through to those of major conflicts in the 20th century, World War I, World War II, and beyond. The second part is that you take three optional courses. These could all be in the second semester from January to March, or one could be in the autumn semester. And these range from such topics as the global Cold War and the American way of war, through to military Scotland in the Age of Proto-globalisation, 1600 to 1800, to games and gaming history, and qualitative approaches to the study of political violence. There are also other courses on offer, and depending on the availability, you may be able to take a course from another subject, such as archaeology or politics. And this is just a sample of the potential courses on offer. The third part is a 15,000-word dissertation in which you get to work closely with an expert from our range of staff at Glasgow, conducting your own original research using primary sources, working from April through to September. In choosing this program, you will be able to engage with a wide range of ideas about war and conflict, as well as its diverse impacts. I think one of the real strengths of Glasgow is our range from medieval to modern time periods globally, and also particularly the bringing together of both political, military, and social, cultural dimensions of conflict. We try to cover as much as possible from military strategy, diplomacy, through to these cultural impacts. You'll be able to equip yourself with varied practical, professional, and intellectual skills that enhance your employability, give grounding for independent postgraduate research, including if you wanted to go on to PhD study, for example, and help you to analyze and better understand how an ever-changing world is impacted by past, current, and future conflicts. And one of the things that our alumni have particularly commended is the way in which their war studies training has helped them to gain transferable skills and insight better to prepare them for the changes that have happened in the world over the past few years. You'll also be able to explore varied courses with choices covering a broad chronological, geographical, and thematic range on war and conflict history. You'll experience cutting-edge research-led teaching from expert academics. Approximately 20% of our colleagues in history at Glasgow have Teaching Excellence Awards, ranging from those at college and university level through to UK-wide competitions. And you'll be able to enter a rich learning environment with a unique range of resources. And to give you just a snapshot of this environment and resources, the Scottish Centre for War Studies and Conflict Archaeology itself brings together staff from across history and the School of Humanities, but also staff from other disciplines and colleges across the university. And the centre runs a rich program of activities from research seminars, including scholars locally and internationally, to the student societies who provide different activities to engage you, whether it be on the history and conflict studies side, through to more broadly, through to such activities as tabletop wargaming exercises that students previously have really appreciated participating in. There's a range of centres and clusters working on conflict-related research whom we work closely with, such as in American history, global history, gender history, slavery studies, Scottish studies, medieval history, and research labs working on conflict-related areas from memory to games and gaming. The archives and special collections at the University of Glasgow also offer a unique, wide-ranging primary sources, from shipbuilding records to oral histories, wartime diaries, medieval manuscripts, official papers, early photographs, films, and books on pioneering medical advancements in peace and war, and the papers of over 400 businesses. And that really is just to give a very brief overview of some of the materials available. Our alumni have gone on to a variety of different career paths and opportunities, from the public sector, private sector, and non-profit organizations in the UK and globally, through to research. There are a number who have gone on to PhD study or to think tanks, and some going into academic careers. There are those who have gone into museums, cultural heritage, and tourism. We've had folks working in organizations varying from Imperial War Museums in the UK through to museums in Sweden and in different parts of the world. We've got those who've gone into policy making or supporting research in policy making, providing advice, whether locally or for the Scottish or UK parliaments, or for political bodies internationally, and consultancy. Got those who have already been working in or subsequently go on to work in sectors involving security, defense, diplomacy, conflict resolution, and those working with non-governmental organizations and international development, from local charities through to the United Nations. Those who've gone into business, including significant multinational corporations, from risk management through to strategy and resilience. Those who've worked in journalism, including the editor of the world's second largest video games magazine, through to those working in law and international legal contexts, humanitarian organizations, through to education, be it in teaching or further or higher education, and those working in the creative industries, to name just a few examples. In terms of applying, the War Studies MSc program webpage will provide you with all the information you need to know about entry requirements and deadlines, including the email address for you to contact us if you have further queries. We hope this helps, and we look forward to seeing you in War Studies at the University of Glasgow. Thank you.